Om Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Jai Gurudev to you all, and so lovely to have all of you on this live session. I know we have missed a month actually. Last time I was there with Gurudev, and I was with him, and I was not able to have the live session. And in fact, today also, it is only His grace that I am here because I was with him this evening. He's leaving the ashram for quite a long time now. He is off to many places, Canada, Mexico, and then he is in Europe and all that. So he is back only on, I think, on the 10th of Jan, he is coming back. So it's a long time. We are going to miss him in the ashram, but a lot of you may be enjoying his company very soon. So, yeah, it was lovely to have his darshan as always, and especially when I know he's traveling tonight. So that is very nice. So, today, as usual, we have wonderful people with us. I see Bhamini. Hi. Jyotsna, my ever loyal. I mean, she's there at every talk and whatever subject I give, she she is there. Himangi, hi. Himangi, we must get this translation done for Mandala Vaatika. I'm going to get in touch with you. We have Hema here. Hi, Hema. Um, we've got Pankaj, Piyush, Prakash. Priyanka is here as well. That's nice. Shrestha is here. We have others. Akanksha is here as well. Lovely to see you, Akanksha. Um, oh, good. Anyway, so let's let me try to answer some of the questions that I know are in all of your minds. And the first one being, um, what has happened to the Saraswati Mandala Vatika? Because that was my last uh, live session. I had spoken so much about Saraswati Mandala Vatika, and I'm very excited, and a lot of interesting exploration there was. And I met Gurudev last month. That was the time we couldn't have the live session. And I spoke to him and I told him that we have the content ready for that based on his guidance. And would we have the blessing to announce the date for this? And then he thought for a moment and something, triggered a flag in me. So I said, Gurudev, uh, shall we, announce a date for this? Then he thought about it and then he said, just wait. And I won't second guess the divine. I mean, he always has a reason because he had blessed this Mandala Vatika. And if he says to wait, obviously there must be some configuration of energies or, I don't know, planets. I'm not a great one for astrology and all that, but I'm sure there must be something which has asked him to, wait a bit. So he will, give us the green signal at whatever time he believes it will be ready for us to launch. But for now, we will respect what he has said and we'll go with that. So that is where it stands. So Saraswati Mandala Vatika, at the moment, we are waiting Gurudev's green light for that. At the moment, he has asked us to just, wait. And I know he has a good reason to say things like that. So we will wait for that. However, the content itself was very exciting. It was wonderful putting that content together. I mean, it is just so amazing when we explore these tattvas, and um, I am myself, I'm quite excited and eagerly looking forward, to um, announcing it. And I hope it would be very soon. So we will wait for that. So that is one part of it. Second part of it is that I am eagerly waiting for you all to put your questions. um, questions on the chat so that I can answer. And there were some questions which had come to me on the messages. A lot of them were direct messages that came to me. And one of them was a fairly long, elaborate message on many, many questions. Obviously, the person had just joined Mandala Vaatika. And, it is surprising that, every day there are people joining Mandala Vaatika course. I mean, this is such beautiful energy. And it's not like we are trying to promote it or anything. It's just happening on its own. So that means that there are a lot of tattvas ready to manifest. They're waiting. And when the person's ready, they manifest. And that happens in reality when people, one of the things that can happen in reality is when they sign up for Mandala Vaatika course. So every day there are registrations that I'm getting, and somehow this trend is on the up. For some time, it was more or less a plateau. But suddenly I find, I don't know why people are, getting drawn to this, or are the tattvas drawing you to them? I don't know. On a Sunday like this, we've got 19 people on a live session. Today during COVID time, I used to have sessions. Any session I announced 600 people plus used to be there because people didn't have anything to do during COVID. But today, economy is back on its feet. Everybody has gone back to doing whatever they were doing. A lot of things are happening, and time is a premium today. And yet we've got 19 people in the meeting, which shows to me that this tantra that Gurudev has blessed. And to me, it's really the Rolls Royce of spiritual exploration. And I believe that, it's just picking up a lot of steam. So glad to have you all here. And let us see, somebody has put in a question. Can Mandala Vaatika, this is Devashish, and can Mandala Vaatika fix things that are broken or do something about it? Does it bring only what we need, not necessarily what we want? Can it heal us? Okay. So, first of all, Mandala Vaatika is all about the present moment. Yeah. Mandala Vaatika doesn't talk about what has happened. Mandala Vaatika does not talk about what's going to happen. Mandala Vaatika is all about existing in the Maya in this present moment. In this present moment, can you manifest what you want? That is the Tantra of Mandala Vaatika. If there are storms, can you just surf them? If there are opportunities, can you grab them? And knowing that everything is unfolding the way the universe planned it for you. So, this is something that is very important. What I am saying here is, you have come here with a plan. The universe has not created you as some random act of an accident. It has taken 13.8 billion years for all the atoms to come together to form you. It has taken 13.8 billion years to put this body together, which you and me are sitting today and experiencing this live session. 13.8 billion years it has taken. Are you going to tell me that that was an accident? No. 13.8 billion years it took for this body. I'm not talking about your energy and spirit and soul and all those things. We leave that aside. Let us just talk about brass tacks reality. Okay, I am not here to say that this wall behind me is all an illusion. If I hit my head on this wall, it will hurt. Mandala Vaatika tackles this point. Mandala Vaatika is not here to tell you this is all an illusion and all that. Mandala Vaatika accepts reality is what it is. can we exist in this Maya, following the path of least resistance, not getting into unnecessary complications and difficulties, and enjoy. 13.8 billion years, this body has been formed for you to experience and enjoy it. You are here to enjoy the Maya. Why on earth would you want to say it's an illusion? Why on earth would you want to say that, I will stay detached and I will be the observer, I will be the witness? There are other tantras for that. If you want to do that, if you want to attain samadhi and enlightenment, Pujya Gurudev himself has given other means. Mandala Vaatika is not those. Mandala Vaatika here is, this is a wall. I can use this wall to create my background green screen into which I can put an image. This is Mandala Vaatika. Not saying this wall is an illusion. It is not there. Actually, it is all in my mind. No, nothing like that. Yeah. So, Deva's question, coming back to Deva's question, the question is, can it fix things? The moment you say fix things, you're in the past. Mandala Vaatika doesn't have anything to do with the past. For that, you have to go to a counselor, you have to go to a psychologist, a psychiatrist who has got a science where by going into your past, they release certain blocks in your mental and emotional, state of mind and all those things. Mandala Vaatika has got nothing to do with all that. So the moment when you say, can Mandala Vaatika fix things? That means in this present moment, you are not in a comfortable state. That means what it basically says is something has gone wrong in the past and you are thinking that you can go back to the past as if you can sit in one time machine, go back there, fix it and come back here. Not possible. That is not possible in Mandala Vaatika. Mandala Vaatika says the only moment you have right now is the one that you have right now. This present moment is all that you have. And in this present moment, can you get the best of what the Maya has in front of you? Can you navigate the Maya in the best way possible? Can you do it in a way that is enjoyable? Can you take the help of friends? Can you take the help of your friend Siddhi Vinayaka? Can you take the help of your friend Muruga? Can you take the help of your friend Varavahalakshmi? Can you take the help of Durga Devi, the Queen of Chaos? Can you take the help of these friends to make your navigation of this present moment more enjoyable? This is Mandala Vaatika. 100%. Mandala Vaatika was given by Pujya Gurudev to us only for this purpose. Only for this purpose, because Mandala Vaatika is one of the few spiritual disciplines which recognizes this illusion as real. In the sense, it says whatever is the Maya is the Maya, and we have to navigate this Maya. We don't say that I will be witness detached and Maya is an illusion and all. No, no, no. In Mandala Vaatika Tantra, we say that Maya is real in the sense, of course, when you go deeper into Mandala Vaatika, things change. But Mandala Vaatika basically says Maya is, whether it is real or not, it doesn't matter. The fact is that you are in it. You are in it. You are as real as that Maya is. Therefore, you have to interact with it. You have to navigate through it. Okay. So, Mandala Vaatika, Devashish, is definitely the tantra, the science to navigate this moment. So, don't worry about fixing the past. Past is past. You can't go. We don't have a time machine to go and reset a button there in the past. It doesn't matter. Mandala Vaatika is, can you call 4 friends? and make this present moment enjoyable. Okay, so this is what you need to focus on. Can it heal? Of course it can heal. Healing is a part. Healing is a part of your accepting this present moment. See, just try to understand. What is disease when you're not at ease? Dis hyphen ease. Disease means you are not at ease, you are not comfortable in this moment. If you are not comfortable in this moment, it will express itself in your body, in your mind, in your emotions as some disease. Dis-ease. Dis-ease. You're not at ease. The moment Mandala Vaatika sets you in that frame of mind, saying this, it is what it is today, and I have friends to navigate whatever there is in front of me, that dis-ease goes away because you are comfortable now. And the moment you're comfortable in the present moment, trust me, your body will heal, your brain will heal, your heart will heal, everything will heal. Because there is no dis-ease. Okay, I hope I have answered that, Deva. So stop going back into your past and trying to see whether you want to change something that has happened in the past. It in no tantra that works. Okay, and if somebody tells you that they can go into your past and change something, trust me, there's a big scam that is going on. So don't worry, that is done and dealt with. Yeah, what you dreamt last night, does that have any bearing on this moment now? It doesn't. That's finished, gone. Just like that, let us stay with the present. And that's where I think Mandala Vaatika is absolutely the the Rolls Royce. Like I always say, it's the Rolls Royce. Tina here is hi Tina. Tina is asking a question. Does some shift in one's energy happen when one starts drawing? Okay. How many people here have experienced that? Just put up your hands. Okay. You will find everybody here putting up their hands. Yeah. Because of course, thank you, Sayali. Thank you. So, of course, your energy changes. Because who is drawing the mandala? You think you are drawing the mandala? No. The tattva that you're inviting is actually, how many people here have felt this? They have started to draw the mandala, and then suddenly they are in a zone and they find their hand, tracing the mandala. There are so many people who are so tuned in, they actually hardly use all the geometry. It just, you know, draws itself. Yeah. So, do you experience a change in energy? For sure. Should you look for a change of energy when you're drawing the mandala? No. Don't try to look for it. If you try to look for it, your brain will generate for you an experience which is fake. Don't look for it. It will happen. When it happens, you will know it happens. Like, you don't have to look to see whether you're hungry. See, you have not eaten. You don't have to look to see whether you're feeling hungry. When you're hungry, you know you're hungry. Just like that, when you're drawing the Mandala Vaatika and it happens, you will know it. And that is when a complicated drawing of the Mandala Vaatika suddenly just becomes a breeze. Because you're not drawing it, the Tattva is drawing it. But whether you're hungry or not, do you look to see whether you're hungry? No. The moment you're hungry, you know it and you look for food. You don't look to see whether you're hungry. You look to see whether you can find food to eat. That is what it is. Yeah. So, I think the answer to your question is yes, for sure. Shift in energy happens. And and if you felt it, Tina, you've written there, I felt it, on track. But don't start every time you draw, or am I feeling the tattva? I'm feeling a shift in energy. No, don't do that. Expectation sets the wrong framework. Just do it innocently. I've tons of times I've spoken about this innocence. Yeah. So that is one of the things that we talked about. We have another question from Tony. Hi, Tony. Good to have you. Would it work if I make a mandala on a square meter of plywood? Then drill holes where the plants should be and put a pot with soil with holes for plants like Murugan Mandala Vaatika in the ashram? Absolutely. Absolutely. There have been beautiful Mandala Vaatikas that have been hung vertically um, as they are hung on the wall, and what the person has done is they put the whole geometry, and then where the plants are to be placed, they have put pots, and then they have planted. In many cases they have planted only the dub grass, yeah, cynodon dactylon, because it can manage with less light. But some people have actually put the real plants also, yeah. So by all means, go ahead and do that. Piyush asks this question: how frequently one should make a mandala? How to decide which mandala to draw? Okay. How frequently do you call your friends over? It's like that. See, is there any frequency? Is it like you put it in a calendar? Every 12th day, I will call my friend Arun home. No. At some point, you will feel, I feel like calling Arun. Yeah, I think it's nice. It's sometimes since I've chilled with him. Let me call Arun. When that feeling comes that you want a friend, you do the Mandala Vatika Puja. You don't have to set a calendar. Many people say, I will do one yagya. I will do for the next 40 days, I will draw Mandala Vatika every day. Why? Do you call every day for 40 days your friend over? No. You should call when that urge comes from within. And you will know. Once you are in this Mandala Vatika science, you know when you want that friend who will make your journey in this Maya enjoyable. Yeah. So that is the first one. Secondly, how do I decide which mandala to draw? See, basically, you do this with a lot of innocence, but there are some things, like, for example, if you find that there are a lot of obstacles in your life, yeah, lot of obstacles. That means anything you try to do, it gets sabotaged, it gets blocked, it gets delayed, you know, obstacles after obstacles. A good Mandala Vatika to do would be Siddhi Vinayaka. Yeah, because he is the one who removes obstacles. Yeah. But don't do it with that expectation. You know, okay, I have obstacles in my life. Now I will do Siddhi Vinayaka Mandala Vatika and all these obstacles will finish. Which means the moment you finish the Mandala Vatika Puja, you are now looking with one magnifying glass. Has this obstacle gone? Has this obstacle gone? Has this? No, no. Don't do it like that. Siddhi Vinayaka's programming is that if he enters your life, his programming is such he has no choice but to remove obstacles. So you don't have to monitor whether he is doing his job or not. Yeah. So that is for obstacles. Suppose you want abundance in your life. Abundance as in every field. Yeah. There are Ashtalakshmis. Yeah. There are 8 Lakshmis whose only job is to give you different types of abundance. Abundance in family. Family does not mean just your children and the family. Family is all the people who wish you well around you, or you wish anybody who you interact with. That's called a relationship. So, abundance of relationships, abundance of wealth, abundance of courage, abundance of so many things, including abundance of the ability to enjoy the abundance. It is called Bhagya Lakshmi. Bhagya Lakshmi is one of the Ashtalakshmis. Bhagya Lakshmi says, I need to be there for you to enjoy the abundance in your life. She gives the Bhagya for you to enjoy the other 7 Lakshmis. Yeah. So just having a lot of zeros in your bank balance doesn't make you rich. It is when you spend it, when you want and you spend, that makes you rich. It is not the wealth that is sitting inside your bank that is, whenever you want something and you just buy it, or you want to do something for somebody and you just do it, that is richness, that is wealth. The other is only bank balance. Yeah. So there are two different things. Yeah. Like, for example, if you take Nilekhanis have got huge bank balance, but we know they are rich because they are philanthropists. They have Azim Premji, for example. Everybody remembers him as a very rich man because how much money he gave away, right? He gave away money. That is when you say that the person is rich. Otherwise, you can say he's wealthy. I mean, he has assets, those are different things. Yeah. So, Bhagya Lakshmi is the one who allows you to experience the abundance. Otherwise, abundance is just some zeros in your bank balance. There's no enjoyment in that. Yeah. So, that is abundance. Yeah. So, like that, if you want abundance in your life, you call your friend Varamahalakshmi, she will come and she will bless you with Ashtalakshmis. You want courage that comes through knowledge. You're going to face an interview tomorrow and you want to do very well in that interview. How will you do very well in that interview? You will do well in that interview if you have the knowledge, and because you know the subject so well, you go there with a courage. That is the tattva of Muruga. Muruga is the courage that comes through knowledge. He is the ultimate teacher. He even teaches Lord Shiva the meaning of Om, the secret in Om. Yeah. So I speak about it in the Mandala Vaatika. Yeah? So he is so much knowledge that there is courage, if I have to take this live session, I come here with a lot of courage to take the live session because I know the subject. Correct? So, when you want to have that courage that comes through knowledge, you invoke Muruga. And if you feel you're stagnating in life, you're neither moving forward nor backward, you're just staying stagnant, you're not happy where you are, Queen of Chaos, Durga, call Durga Devi your friend. She will come and shake up the whole thing and leave you at an equilibrium that's higher than before, much superior than it was before. She is the one who can shake things up. Yeah? So, like that. Now, these are broad principles, but you don't really have to think too hard about it. Just think, I have 4 friends. Whom do I call today? Whatever your heart says, just go with that. Yeah. How frequently should do and how do? Okay, so Piyush I have ordered. Sayali says, I wanted to check on Kalabhairava Mandala Vaatika. So Kalabhairava Mandala Vaatika, Gurudev said, before we learn Kalabhairava Mandala Vaatika, we need to do Saraswati Mandala Vaatika because she is the tattva for learning. See, Kalabhairava is a very, very, very special tattva. Yeah. For us to explore and learn about Kalabhairava, you need the goddess of learning to first bless. So that is why Gurudev said, let us do Saraswati Mandala Vaatika. Okay. And Saraswati Mandala Vatika will happen. I was just saying it in the beginning. He has just asked for it to be put on a little bit of hold. He knows what the energies are, frequencies are, vibrations are, how the Maya is shaping, and he knows what time, exact time, that Saraswati Mandala Vatika is to be brought into this planet. So he will give us the green signal. At the moment, he said, just wait. Okay. So we are all waiting. Yeah. So that is about a Kala Bhairava Mandala Vatika. And yeah, so Kala Bhairava Mandala Vatika also will happen. And that's a phenomenal Mandala Vatika. Some of my teachers who explored that with me while all this was happening was again quite yeah, Shilpa is here. Shilpa was a part of that exploration. Who else is here from my old batch? Yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, it was a phenomenal exploration. So, all that is ready. So, in fact, it's very exciting for Mandala Vartika in the years to come or months to come because there's a lot in the pipeline now. Yeah. So, it'll all happen. Yeah. So, that was the answer for that. And yes, so please continue putting. This is a lovely session I am having. My God, 37 people. I'm unbelievable. I'm so touched that you all came up here for this live session. Um, One of the things that I also want to highlight here is a lot of people ask me a lot of questions about Mandala Vatika. What you must do is that please go through the Q&A in your course portal. Okay. We have got a question and answer, frequently asked questions, FAQ. There is one folder in the test press portal. It's the very first folder. If you click on that folder, there is a lot of common questions about Mandala Vatika, which are already answered. Yeah. So before, putting in the message group, a question or question sent to me, I would suggest just go through the FAQ. FAQ will give many answers to the frequently asked questions. Yeah. So if you don't find the answer there, then it is okay. You can ask me. Yeah. So a lot of the questions are already answered in that frequently asked questions. So you can definitely go there. So it is a good thing always, even if you've done Mandala Vatika or if you're going to start Mandala Vatika, go to the FAQ folder and just go through the whole thing. So that is one of the things. The other thing is there is a question that comes, which is, will my Mandala Vatika puja be more powerful if I use all the plants or flowers that are specified instead of using Durva grass? Okay, so this is a question. Now, the answer to this is that Gurudev, I mean, he's a 21st century master, right? So he believes in giving you hacks. Yeah. See, let's take Siddhi Vinayaka Mandala Vatika. Okay. There are how many? There are 20 offerings there, right? Okay, there is 21, but there is a rahasya in that. But let's say even if you have 20 plants that you need fresh or dried, you need for the doing the Siddhi Vinayaka Mandala Vatika. Almost all these plants are tropical plant, and it will be difficult to get it everywhere in the world. And even in the tropics, all the plants are not available at the same time. Out of 20, some may be available in the rainy season, some may be available in winter, some may be available in summer. Yeah. So it is not that you can go into the garden today and get all the 20 plants, or you go to the forest and you'll get all the 20 plants at one time, it's difficult. Yeah. Therefore, what Gurudev said was that we have a hack, because we have a lowest common denominator. Yeah, we have a lowest common denominator, which is the Durva grass. And there is a science behind it. Durva grass is not just any other grass. There is a science behind it. And I spoke about this. I speak about this in the Mandala Vaatika course. Why Durva grass? Why not any other grass? And he says that if you can get the flower or the leaf that is specified, use it. If you don't, use the Durva grass. Now, when Gurudev himself has blessed this, yeah, there is no need for us to get very, hypothetical in our exploration. Yeah, he has said that Durva grass is there. So, of course, make an attempt to get the right one. But suppose you don't get it, use the Durva grass. I myself do Mandala Vaatika so many times with only Durva grass. And they work miracles in my life. Yeah. So, yes, at some very deep level, 19-20, it is like a fine difference. Maybe there is an advantage using the actual plants. But it is not mandatory, because the process, right? You pick up the Durva grass and the chant will say, like it will say, Jadi Patram or something like that. Okay. So it will say Jati Patrams. Then you touch it here. Now, when you touch this here, and then the name of the form of that tattva is given to you. Yeah. So when you touch it and take the name, that Durva grass actually gets the energy of that particular form of the tattva you're invoking. If you take if you take, for example, Siddhivinayaka Mandala Vaatika, yeah, each form or each rupa of Siddhivinayaka, so Uma Putra and Jadi Patram, yeah. So in that form of Vinayaka, so you take the Durva grass, you touch it to your forehead. When that name of that particular Uma Maheshwara is being uttered, that Durva grass actually becomes that plant. That frequency is of that tattva. So don't worry too much about using the absolute plants. If you have them, that is wonderful. If you don't have them, Gurudev has given a hack just to make our lives easier. Yeah, so don't worry about that. We have said that Shruti says, I'm joining Gurudev's 5-day live Bhagavad Gita session starting at 9 p.m. I have to drop off from him. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, that will be nice. The recording, of course, will always be there. That is why we record, and then with the recording link is sent to you on all the groups, so you can watch it at leisure. Yeah, so that's not a problem at all, right? So that is absolutely perfect. Yeah. So that was one of the questions that we have regarding whether you should use the actual plants that are there in the Namavali, or you can use Durva grass. Which is more effective? Actually, both are effective. Yeah. If you get the plants, well and good. If you don't get the plants, use Durva, no problem. Yeah. So that is one of the questions that I wanted to answer today. The other question that I have is, lot of people ask me about what time should I do the Mandala Vaatika Puja. Is it okay if I do it when there is new moon? Can I do it after midnight? Can I do this? Blah, blah, Rahu Kal, you know, and all these kind of things. There's only one answer to this. When you call your friend home, do you check the Panchang to see, whether it is a third day after Amavasya or fourth day after Paurnami, or whether it's Rahu Kalam? All this you check before calling your friend to over? You don't, right? Because your relationship with your friend is not dependent on the time of the day or whether it is an auspicious time for you to call your friend. These tattvas are your friends. You can call them anytime. Anytime you can call them when you have that urge to call them. So Mandala Vaatika Puja, please do not feel that you have to do it at a particular time on a particular date. Now, there are a lot of people who will do Varamahalakshmi Mandala Vaatika Puja on the Varamahalakshmi day. On some Shasti day, they will do the Muruga Mandala Vaatika. Even that, as far as Gurudev's guidance goes, there is nothing. If you feel on that day you want to do it, that's fine. But there is no thing that, oh my God, today is Varamahalakshmi, therefore I have to do Varamahalakshmi Puja, otherwise I will not get abundance in life. No, if you do it the next day also, she will come. Yeah. So don't try to attach ritual to Mandala Vaatika Paddhati. Mandala Vaatika Parampara and Paddhati, the Samskriti of Mandala Vaatika is that of innocence. You just do it spontaneously. We don't have to do it like, somebody has set rules, rigid rules, and you have to stick in those rules. And whether it is painful or whether it is joyful or whether it is comfortable or uncomfortable, you say, this is my tapas. And the more I suffer, the more fruit I will get. This science is not for. This science is nothing to do with that. There are other sciences for you to do all that. Yeah, where pain, the intensity of the pain you experience is supposedly related to the gain you will have, the fruits you will get from that particular penance or whatever you're doing. This Mandala Vaatika has got nothing to do with all that. Mandala Vaatika is a very innocent, very spontaneous call to your friends to come and manifest and make your exploration of the Maya enjoyable. So, there is no need to make yourself rigid. There are many people who send me messages. Sir, I have taken a sankalp that I am going to do Mandala Vaatika for 21 days. Every day I will get up at 4:30 in the morning and I'll do it. And I ask myself, I ask them, why? Why would you want to do this? This science is not like that. Even though I am telling you that it is so simple, so innocent, so spontaneous, you want to put some framework to it so that it becomes a tapas. It becomes, like some penance where there is a lot of effort that you have to put. You have to, break out of your comfort zone, get up, have your bath, 4:30 in the morning, sit, do puja, day after day for 21 days. Why? You don't have to. And that is how rituals persist in our culture. I'm not saying rituals are bad. There are certain sciences where rituals are very important and they have to be followed. Mandala Vaatika is not one of them. Mandala Vaatika is definitely not one of them, which is why I say it is a very 21st century package given by a 21st century guru. And the only reason we can do it so effortlessly without, any rigidity or form or rules and regulations, do's and don'ts, is because we have a living master. This technology works only if there is a living master. And our living master has stuck his neck out and signed a karmic bank guarantee. What he has told the universe is, these are my children, I am taking responsible. Let them play with their friends. Nothing will go wrong. I am giving the bank guarantee. He is a living master who has chosen to do that for us so that we can experience these tattvas intimately. Only because of that Mandala Vaatika works. You need a living master who is actually given a kavach. It's like we are all his children. He has put a kavach and he says, play, no problem. It's like you put some children to do whatever they want. They can jump, they can fall, but you have given them a nice sand pit so that they don't get hurt, right? Now, like that, Gurudev has given us a kavach so that while we are so intimate with these extraordinarily powerful energies, we are safe. That is the compassion and benevolence of a living master. Not every living master does that for his or her devotees. Our master does it. And that's what makes him so special. Yeah. Because a living master's kavach, the shield of protection of a living master, is necessary. Otherwise, people who try to explore these energies without this kavach, they can get badly burnt. But in Mandala Vaatika, it doesn't happen. There is not one case in Mandala Vaatika where anybody has messaged me saying, I did Mandala Vaatika, but my God, my whole life has gone to dogs. No, not one. Thousands of people have done this course. Not one has come up. Why? Because there is a living master giving protection. That is the only reason that this science has come back to life after 2000 years. 2000 years, nobody had the guts to stick their neck out so that their children can enjoy the intimate relationship with these tattvas. It's only our Pujya Gurudev who has chosen to do that. He didn't have to. He didn't have to build a Murugan Mandala Vaatika after 2000 years in our campus in the Bangalore ashram, but he did. That is why he's special. So that is, what I want to say about people trying to make Mandala Vaatika into a ritual. Don't. When you are with your friends, what ritual? Do you have a ritual when you are with your friends? No, you come, then you have to be like this, you have to be dressed like this, you have to sit like this, you have to do this, you have to do that. Do you put 100 rules and regulations when you invite your friend? No. You just call your friend, friend walks in, two of you like children, you chit chat, you have a ball, you might play, you might chat, you might sing, you might dance, whatever. You just have a ball. That's it. Mandala Vaatika is that. So if we understand that, then we understand why I keep saying again and again, innocence. That is the key ingredient. If you want the tattva to manifest in your life, you have to invite them innocently. Don't give them, I am inviting you, but this is my list. I want this to happen, this to happen, this to happen, this to happen. And listen, I am going to keep checking also before I come. So you better be aware, I am inviting you, you come and do all this for me. That doesn't work. That is not Mandala Vaatika. That may be some other thing, I don't know. But definitely not Mandala Vaatika. Mandala Vaatika is where it is done with innocence. Because Gurudev has said this so many times, and I have got video clips in the course. where he has spoken about it. See, the tattvas are programs. They are wave frequencies which are programmed to interact with the Maya in a very specified manner. They don't have a choice. If Siddhi Vinayaka enters your reality, Siddhi Vinayaka has no choice but to remove obstacles. You don't have to give a list. Siddhi Vinayaka knows what obstacles are to be removed, when they are to be removed, how they are to be removed. That is the tattva. The wave function is programmed to interact with reality like that. It is like when I open my laptop and I switch on Microsoft Word, I don't have to tell Microsoft program, see, I'm going to switch you on, but your job is to make sure you capture all the notes that I'm giving you. You follow the fonts like this, you follow the paragraphs like this. You don't give it a list of what it has to do. Why? Because you know that MS Word will do what it has to do, because that is a program. It has no choice. You don't open Microsoft Word and expect it to do mathematical calculations like an Excel, because that's another program. This program, if you open and type, you know you will be creating a document. Siddhi Vinayaka, when he manifests in your life, he is programmed to remove obstacles. Simple. No need to complicate it, which is why you stay innocent. Knowing that that is what the tattva does, knowing that the tattva has no other choice. When you invite, there is no need to give one shopping list. Just invite and enjoy. So this is why I keep harking back again and again and again and again to innocence. That is what it is there. Yeah. So Shweta has sent a message and she says, have there been any archaeological findings of mandalas anywhere in the? Of course. Mandalas are all over our excavations. Not just in India. You go to South America. If you look at their pyramids from the top, you go to Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat, a drone photo of an Angkor Wat is nothing but a mandala. All over the world. You go to Scandinavia, you go to northern parts of Britain, for example. Everywhere there are mandalas. Sacred geometry. From time immemorial, sacred geometry as a definition of a wave function that was involved in the creation of the universe. This connection has been known to people. That the sacred geometry itself comes when sound vibrations interact. That is also a known connection. That for all this to happen, there are special plants, whether it is an olive tree, whether it is a fig tree, whether it is a banyan tree, whether it is whatever tree. In different parts of the world, there are different trees. The role of a tree or a plant also known. Not just in India, it is known all over the world. If you take the ancient Druids, for example, of Europe, who are very, very highly evolved people. Spiritually, they were very evolved people. They knew the power of sacred geometry, sound, and plants. Everywhere in the world. So, mandalas are there all over the world. It is just that they are in different forms. We are not talking about yantras. Yantras is something that you etch on a plate or a stone or something like that, and then you repeatedly do puja every day. No, not that. Yeah. So we are talking about mandalas, and mandalas have been, there are huge mandalas. not small ones. Right in the middle of the Amazon jungle today, there is this entire new thing, that guy who's doing all those beautiful excavations, explorations of civilizations that existed before the great melt. That 11,000 years ago, there was a great flood, and all of knowledge and civilization got washed out. And then again, we started from scratch. But there were people who had the knowledge of the previous civilization who we look at as gods or whatever, whatever. They were knowledgeable divine beings, we called them, because they knew too much. Yeah. So when you look at his videos, he shows sacred geometry all over the universe, all over the planets. Yeah. So all over the planet. So it is there. It is there all over. Yeah. Shweta, I think you missed my thing about Saraswati Mandala Vaatika. So Saraswati Mandala Vaatika, yeah, I had started this session actually about Saraswati Mandala Vaatika. Um, Saraswati Mandala Vaatika is ready. I took it to Gurudev to bless it. He has asked me to wait a little bit. Yeah. So he obviously knows how the Maya is being framed and worked on and how the energies are interacting, etc. So we will just wait because he is the one who has given us the Mandala Vaatika, and we will wait for his green signal, which could happen. I mean, he knows when it needs to manifest. I mean, after 2000 years, he has brought the science. Yeah. Now he knows when to time what, right? So it will happen, but for now, it is, we are waiting for a green light from Gurudev. Yeah. I mean, he had actually blessed it and everything was already all done. I had gone to take the date from him. And then he thought very deeply about it. And then he said, just hold it for some time, which is fine. We know it is his tattva, his kavach, which provides us the Mandala Vaatika. So we will wait. Whenever he tells us, we will go ahead and we will do that. Yeah. So any more questions we have? Anything else? Okay. So I came across a very interesting analogy to understand the relationship between the big mind and the small mind. Okay. And I thought I will share this with you all today. Yeah. Now, we all understand that, in our Maya, in this physical reality, okay, the only truth is that of the one who is a witness to all, but doesn't get entangled, right? There is a witness to everything, right? And we can call that witness God, or we can call it Ishvara, or whatever, or Shunya, or whatever, whatever, whatever. It doesn't matter. Fact is, we are in a reality. Our small mind is interacting in the reality, but there is a big mind which is a witness. And ultimately, the journey, Gurudev says, is this small mind merging with the big mind. That is the journey of life. Yeah. So it is like the drop of the ocean, or the wave breaking into droplets, each droplet thinking it is separate from the ocean and then falling back into the ocean. This is the cycle of life. Okay. For us to really get a grasp of this, there was a very interesting analogy somebody came up with. And they said, when you dream, when you are sleeping and you're dreaming, there is a world that has been created. In that world, you are a participant. In that dream world, you are a participant. But at the same time, let's say Bhamini is having a dream. She is a participant in that dream, but there is a Bhamini who is also just aware and watching that dream. Because that Bhamini will wake up. So who wakes up from the dream? The big mind of Bhamini, when the dream is a small mind. Just like in the dream, all that action is going on, but there is you which is watching it, and you will wake up. So if we consider that as one dimension of existence, the next dimension is where we are. We are also exactly like that. We are in a dream. All this seems real. We are participating, but the real me is watching. So I thought that was, yeah, Suchit. Even I also thought when somebody told me that this is a very beautiful way of understanding what it means to be a witness, I thought I'll share it with you. So, Jai Gurudev, and thank you all for joining. We have now changed it to the first Sunday of every month. So, the first Sunday of January, I am there with you all, and we'll have a lively Q&A session then. Yeah. Okay, then. Jai Gurudev.